I've got to start off this stream by saying to people, this is not me, Anfield Agenda, or anybody else associated with us saying about the contracts. But it's such a big development that we have to come on and talk about it. So, of course, I'm going to speak about Anfield Edition's post today regarding the situation with Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk. We're going to try figure out what we think about it together. Hand on heart, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm as in the dark on whether this is true or not as anybody else. So, claim made today by Anfield Edition, who is one of the aggregator accounts on X or Twitter, whatever you'd like to call it these days, and they made a very bold claim. Now, Anfield Edition aren't some little Johnny ITK with no followers. They're a big account, heading for 500,000. And they've said, exclusive, we understand that both Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk have put pen to paper on new deals to extend their stay at Liverpool. Now, it goes on to say that the club don't want to announce it because of the added pressure it would pile onto Trent. Then LFC Laurie, who I'm sure a lot of you guys on social media would know as well, he quote tweeted this to say, this is not my exclusive and I've absolutely no inside info, but I have been advised that the source is very reliable and wouldn't put his reputation on the line if it wasn't true. I believe this 100%. Then we have another fairly prominent social media poster, Graham Kelly, who posted to quote tweet it as well to say, was done by New Year's Day apparently. Fowler said it best, done, but they don't want the Trent question. So the claim seemed to be that Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah have already signed on the dotted line and extended their Liverpool contracts. But the club don't want this in the public domain because it would pile pressure on Trent. Now, I don't understand that part. I don't know if it's true. I have no idea. Like everybody else, I'm hoping that it is. It is a very big, ballsy claim to make that has had over 1 million views on it today alone. So let me know what you think. It kind of rhymes in or chimes in with what Robbie Fowler said recently, but it's a big claim to make. It is a very big claim to make, and it's one that I cannot say yes or no to. I don't know. I've asked around today. We've reached out behind the scenes, the journalists, to other fan accounts, and nobody seems to be able to confirm or deny. Some people have said they don't believe that it's necessarily true, but they don't know. So all I'm going to say is it is a big claim to make. I hope that they're right because it's what I want. It's what we all want. And it would certainly take a bit of stress off my shoulders knowing that Virgil and Mohamed are there for next season because that's what I want. So we'll go through all of that tonight. Let us know what you think. Do you believe them? Let's ask that for the first poll question tonight. So if anybody has any questions, please do fire it into the chat because we're here tonight to try and get to the bottom, figure it out, and see how we're all feeling about it. Be respectful towards each other, and we'll all get along just grand. If you don't believe it, that's absolutely sound as well. But this isn't an Anfield Agenda claim. I'm just putting that out there. Right, so Abdi said, if VVD signed a new contract for Liverpool, he could be our Holland news, because of the national team captain. Is the club worried about Trent? I'm only bringing this up because if there's no worry, they wouldn't hide it. Yeah, look, that's the part I'm trying to figure out myself. I just don't see the downside to announcing it, right? So I get the club maybe don't want the pressure on Trent, but I don't really have much sympathies there, to be honest with you. Trent's free to make up his own mind, as I've said all the way along in this process, and I'm not here to tell Trent what to do, but I do want these contracts sorted and I do want Liverpool fans to know about it. So for me, if the claims are true, say it. And if Trent doesn't sign on, that's up to him. You know, we can't wait around forever on this situation. I don't see the harm in announcing the two deals personally. I think it would put a lot of people's minds at rest. And I think it would let us enjoy the rest of the season. I certainly would for me anyway. And I can only speak from my perspective. I would feel a lot better about life as a Liverpool fan. And the remainder of this season, knowing that the lads' futures are sorted. IFI Must said, so Craig, not only is Trent being quiet over his own situation, his silence is possibly delaying any potential Mo and Verge contract news. Can somebody give me a thought process on why you think the club may not want... Because, you know, he's not the first person to say this, or excuse me, this account isn't the first person. Robbie Fowler was speaking about it similarly recently and had a similar thought process. So I guess the question that I'd have is why. Why be concerned about how it impacts Trent? You know, I don't get that. And I'm not trying to say I don't get it because I don't care about Trent. I mean, sincerely, I don't understand why you wouldn't put it out there. I don't see how it adds more pressure on Trent. He's free to make up his own mind one way or the other. Copite said, Trent's a grown man and a professional. Why would it affect him? Exactly. And look, no, that's going to sound... No, do you know what? Who cares? Who cares if it puts more pressure on Trent's shoulders? I don't give a damn. Because there should be pressure on his shoulders. Because he's dragged this situation out long enough. If he wants to stay, brilliant. If he doesn't want to stay, I don't see how the club keeping the other contracts quiet is going to change anything. It'll just make the fans feel a little bit more manipulated, in my opinion. You know, we are grown-ass people. Let us know what the situation is. Because, you know, I can only speak for me here, but it's made me feel much more relaxed if it's true about the situation, because I want these boys to be here for the next few years, and I want our succession planning to involve Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah at the club for 2 or 3 years, and then giving us time to really succession plan for their eventual replacements and give them time to assimilate into the group. Tanya said, Trent's easily replaced. I do want him to stay though. So I don't know if he's easily replaced or not. I think I understand where people are coming from on it, but he does have a set of skills that are not freely available to most other football players. But I guess it depends on what you want from your right back, Tanya. And I would say that I think if we lost him, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. You know, I'd be disappointed like any other Liverpool fan. I want Trent to stay, but I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. But if we lost Virgil and Mo right now, where the squad currently is, I'd feel far more stressed about that. Ryan said, I've no idea why they don't announce Mo and Virgil. It'll relax so much of the fan base and allow us fans and Arne and the team to enjoy us being top. I could not agree more with you on that one, Ryan. It would definitely make me feel, and you've said the same for you, and I'm sure many other people in the chat will echo that sentiment as well, about it making us feel a bit more relaxed. Even just the idea of it has made me feel more relaxed, and I don't know if it's true yet. Stevie Boy said, I believe it's true, also believe that Trent is going. Look, my gut feeling feels the same about Trent, but I have to keep saying I don't know it to be the case. I don't know what he's decided. I don't know if he has decided. But yeah, I hope it's true. I hope it's true, because it'd be a huge boost to the Liverpool fan base to know that our captain and our potential record breaker, well, further record breaker, is going to be with us. Only thing I can guess for keeping it secret, Craig, is possibly fans turning against Trent. But to be fair, he's probably doing that himself if it's true. See, that's my point as well. If Trent wants to go, delaying it further isn't going to change people's thought processes on it. Because the longer this situation has gone on with Trent, the more I think it's worked negatively in people's views towards Trent anyway. So, like I've always said from day one in this scenario, come out, be upfront, be honest, and own it. If you decide you want to move on, come out, be honest about it, and enjoy the rest of your time. Enjoy the remainder of the season and focus on winning the league, the FA Cup, and everything else we can win. And it's up to fans then to make up their own minds about how they think the situation has gone. I won't hold any resentment towards Trent. I just want honesty. I just want people to be upfront. So if Trent's decided he wants to move on, brilliant. If Trent's still negotiating and they can't figure it out yet, but he's open-minded to both, come out with that as well. But don't deny the other two lads and the fan base the, I guess, release, if it's true.